Hey guys, I'm Heidi and welcome to my YouTube channel, Nomad Tutor Chick. This is going to be my very first video here on the platform, and I'm creating this channel to tell you a bit more about what it's like living a full-time nomad lifestyle. So that is traveling the world kind of with little to no plan, no real home base, just kind of moving around as you feel and as you feel like exploring, while teaching online and working part-time. So you're actually able to really enjoy all of these new places that you're discovering and traveling to while supporting yourself with consistent income. So just to tell you a little bit more about me, I'm originally from the US, but I've been living abroad for over 12 years now. So that sounds like a long time, but it just has gone by like so quickly. So already I was always really passionate about traveling. I would always travel to new places, every opportunity I got, even when I was in high school and college. I was really excited about just the idea of living abroad and exploring new countries. So even though I had been living abroad for quite some time, I still felt like I wanted something with more freedom and something where I wasn't tied to one location. I had lived in Shanghai for many years, and I had a pretty good singing business there. I was doing really well, but I kind of just felt like it was time to explore some new places. So that's when I discovered the online teaching as a job option. I met a few people in Thailand that were doing this either as like a supplemental income, and some people even as a full-time income. So, you know, I thought, well, why not? This sounds just like perfect for me. All you need is really good internet connection, and then you can just basically live anywhere in the world. And I have to say also the income is pretty decent. So, most places that are probably like mid-range kind of expenses, you can really do well while teaching online part-time and still having plenty of time to live your life and explore and really experience all these places that you're traveling to. Yeah, so it's been about 2 years now that I've been a full-time nomad with no home base. Basically, everywhere I go, I move usually about every few months with my boyfriend. And we just make that new place our new home, and we just kind of play it by ear and go and maybe we'll book like a month in an Airbnb somewhere. We'll commit to at least that. And within a few weeks, you know, try to feel out the location and how we feel about it. And then if it's really interesting, if we're having fun, making friends, then we'll usually extend our Airbnb for another month, something like that. So that's kind of how we've been living our life for the last 2 years. Excuse me. So within the last 2 years, we've lived in about 9 different locations, and that includes anywhere from like busy Asian city, you know, something like Chiang Mai or Hanoi, to like little rice field farm town in Hoi An, Vietnam. We also lived on Koh Phangan Island for a part of that time. So we really went to like a big range of places in Asia. And then last fall, we made the move to Europe. So we spent a few months in Croatia, and now we're currently in Novi Sad, Serbia. So it's been quite an adventure, and it's still ongoing. You know, we're actually not even sure where we're going to be next month. So I don't know, maybe that sounds scary to you. It sounded very scary to me at the beginning as well, because I was never without a home base. You know, I had my home base in Shanghai, and then after that I had my home base in Chiang Mai. So when my boyfriend proposed to me that we just basically, you know, sell everything in my apartment and, you know, go on this kind of nomad adventure, I was really resistant, to be honest. I was like, but like, what about all my stuff, you know? And he's like, well, what stuff do you actually need? And then, you know, that really gets you thinking about like, well, what's really important that I need to just feel at home and to be happy. And I think after you know, some kind of like soul searching and all this, you know, I was like, actually, that does sound really exciting. And I don't really need that much to be able to, you know, do my online teaching, have, you know, like a bit of a life in a suitcase, you know, a few personal things that just like add a special touch to your home and things like that. So yeah, we basically just sold everything from our life in Chiang Mai. And now we're basically traveling with like a backpack and a couple suitcases. And that's it. And we just have so much freedom to kind of move around as we feel like it. So I know it sounds scary at first, but I have to say it's like the best thing I ever did, because now I just feel like I really can do whatever I feel like. And I don't know, maybe that sounds appealing to you as well. And it's just a really cool feeling to just to know that you can pretty much have a home anywhere you go. And there's so many ways of connecting with people and, you know, feeling at home in a community. And I will post some more videos more about that later. You know, how did we choose the locations that we travel to? I'll go a little bit more in depth about our favorite places and why we liked them and why they're good for traveling nomads. And also, I'll post a lot more on my channel about how you can get started teaching ESL and how you can do this yourself if you're not teaching online already. Or maybe you are already teaching online. Maybe you're in the US and doing this at like 3 a.m. because it's usually on China time. You know, and just to know that you have options right now. You know, there's places in the world to go that are open, they're not in lockdown, you know, places that you can literally travel to like next week with a PCR test or whatever. And they're affordable and a much better time zone for the online teaching, to be honest, because I really like am amazed by all the teachers that get up at 3 a.m. to teach, because like I value my sleep way too much. So I could never do that. But for example, on the European time zone, you know, the main work hours are from like 10 to 2. So for me, that's like the ideal scenario. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. Also, please, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Let me know what kind of questions you have, and I'll try to make a video about it. And if you want to get in touch, you can always email me at heidi@nomadtutorchick.com. So I hope to see you guys again soon and stay in touch. Bye bye.